Hello, everyone. It's me. I'm back here with you again today to talk about automation. Automation is on the rise. I know that I speak about it from time to time to help us all understand what a world looks like with more automation, especially a world in which our young people are coming into the workforce within the next 4, 5, 10 years. And so, um, I've been studying a lot of McKinsey reports. And for those of you who aren't familiar with McKinsey reports, they are detailed research across the globe on various topics. And McKinsey is like a leader in the distribution of research, market research, and data, and on so many different things. And so I started looking at how the pandemic has changed our world. And what it's done, more so than anything, was accelerate the speed at which automation and artificial intelligence, AI, is needed and is actually coming to the fore. And for our young people, it seems exciting, right? Because robotics is growing and computers are doing so much more, and now they're more intelligent. And so, but what that does for the person who's coming into the world of work, it means that what is required is higher level education and understanding that is needed, right? Because take, for example, during the pandemic, at one point, there was like a food shortage because of the plants and people being. I remember at one point, I forget what plant it was. We're plant based, but no pun intended. But there was like I believe it was a chicken plant, and there was an outbreak, and because of that, they weren't able to produce. What has happened in manufacturing as a result of the pandemic is an increased use of robotics, especially because volume increased. And with volume increasing, there needed to be efficiencies, right? There needed to be some opportunity for cost savings. So companies think, oh, you know what? I'll just use we can produce more with a machine than human. And should anything happen, like another outbreak or a requirement for us to keep this 6 feet apart, what do? Robotics. So what happens to the worker when a machine can replace your performance? It's time to rethink what work looks like in the future, right? Because it doesn't ever stop. It's not like a company says, you know what, I'd like less efficiency, or I'd like to spend more money on labor. I'll forego bringing in additional robots. That's not what's going to happen. And we know that, right? They're going to have more and more efficient robots being developed and created. So it's important that we start preparing our minds for this, and also preparing our young people for what's to come. Because the reason why we focus heavily on science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, the STEAM area, is because it affords our young people the opportunity to build the right skill sets to thrive in our new digital decade and beyond, and to thrive in an information-based economy. And so, even though there are other fields that fall outside of those, a lot of growth in the global economy is going to come from those areas. So wouldn't it behoove us to ensure that no matter what the schools are offering, or what you're offering in your homeschool programs, that you're kind of layering in and focusing in on how to adequately bring creativity to our learning in these areas? Because as we do that, we actually help our young people be more well versed. It helps them understand how to not just be competitive, right? Because who's competing against machines? It's about helping them understand how to create, how to develop, how to actually uh, fix, uh, creatively come up with new things, new iterations for the different robots that we have or the different programs that are out there, and do so in a way that feels true to our young people, right? Not everybody's going to fall, and not everybody's going to want to be an engineer. Not everyone's going to want to be in some level of the math fields, right? But there are so many different things that when you combine the different pathways within science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, that our young people can find a place where they fit and where they can thrive. But it's up to us to help them better prepare. On a global scale, we haven't been as strong as other countries, if you're in America, with regards to the sciences. It's time for us to spend more time with our young people growing in the areas of the sciences and the math, right? So that when they're showing up, they can be competitive in their, and collaborative in their, in the way that they show up in these varying fields, right? It's all about helping our young people prepare for life. And the best way to help them prepare is to do things that appeal to them and allow them to iterate and grow through that. Because automation is on the rise. It is moving at breakneck speeds. And we have to help accelerate the process for our young people to thrive in this digital decade and beyond. And to help them, for me, I love teaching children about entrepreneurship, to help them shift their mindset. Doesn't have to be that they're going to work for themselves, but at least if they know and understand what that means and what that looks like, makes them exceptional employees. Because they understand why organizations are built the way they are. They understand how to build organizations. And so they can come in with foresight that makes them, quite frankly, some of the most competitive candidates for any level of career that they are in or should like to be. And so I just wanted to come in and share that, because it's extremely, extremely important that we understand automation's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And as machine learning, and machine learning literally is the computer pulls in all the data of how we interact and engage with it. The perfect example is Facebook. Many people utilize Facebook, and how Facebook, based on your habits, adapts what you see and how you interact and engage with those that you know. But it goes even deeper, depending on the industry and the subject matter of the data and what the purpose, the end use of it is. And so it's really, really important that we think beyond our current stance as parents and try to have some foresight into the future, so that we don't even just help our kids, but we actually help ourselves. And so with that, I would like to say thank you for tuning in today. And I look forward to continuing to share these insights with you and your family, so that you may grow together in this new digital decade and beyond. Take care. Bye-bye now.